Happy Friday, all my fellow brothers and sisters in doll. It's me, your buddy Donnie again, with another Dolly review, and as always, telling it like it T.I. is. Today is 4, 5, 6, 7. Happy Friday, the 7th of July. Sometimes I feel like starting my introduction with this episode of Donnie's Anecdotes brought to you by such and such. But I do not have sponsors. I wish I did. It'd be nice. But then again, if I did have sponsors, especially toy companies, I probably wouldn't be as truly objective as I am. Because my doll reviews are reviews you can trust. As I'm not brown-nosing, nor am I being paid to praise a doll to the high heavens, when in reality I find it abhorrent and hideous. So, mine are doll reviews that you can truly trust. Now, as humble as my doll reviews may be, here's a twofer, okay? It is no secret I am totally bananas over the Superstar era dolls. I mean, most of them, mostly, because some of them are lame. I'll be honest with you. Like, gift giving, with her little lavender outfit that looks like a bunch of flowers. I think she's lame. Then my first ballerina Barbies from the mid-90s that, you know, is my first Barbie in ballerina outfits. They're lame. I don't care for them. But anyways, back to this. This is a twofer because yes, we'll be discussing Beauty Secrets Barbie. Okay, a classic that I feel deserves to be reissued. Let's see. Here we are. And this is a twofer because not only will I do an unboxing of this doll, okay, but also I'd like to show you this little lady over here, you know, whom I rerouted. I finished her today. I know, her bangs are hideous. Okay, I know. I'm not proud of the way the bangs came out. I did not think they would look this bad when I cut them. But this is the first time I tried this particular fiber. Okay, and I used the curler, pour hot water over it, but it didn't take. It just remained, you know, flat. But the only way I can think of fixing this is after I shoot this video, when I put this doll away, I'm gonna put a little piece of clear plastic around her bangs to hold them down, you know, so I'm not gonna beat myself up for it. Nevertheless, I think I did a very nice job at rerouting this girl. Okay, as you can see, she has much more length than the factory doll did. Okay, because I like length. I love length when I do my reroutes. Because length, you know, is the smoking gun that you can see that the doll has been rerouted. This particular Beauty Secrets Barbie is a rescue doll. When I bought her, I was thrifting many years ago, and she was in really good shape. You know, her little hands, no chewed off fingers, her toes, you know, are intact, her legs click, you know, they don't quite hold the pose, sometimes they click, and, you know, but whatever, you know, I found her thrifting, and her neck was not cracked. Her hair was beyond repair, so that's why I rerouted her. Okay, but I decided rather than reroute her and in a light platinum blonde as the factory doll was made, I decided to turn a corner and go for a bright fantasy yellow. Why? Because I wanted this cartoony look, okay, as the doll's illustrations. Okay. That's why I decided to do her in yellow rather than blonde, you know. And I have seen a lot of people who have made custom versions of Beauty Secret Barbie and Christie, where they have taken the doll's outfit and dyed it, okay, different colors, which I think is amazing. But I'm too chicken to try myself, So I stick with the original outfits. And so this doll, like I said, she was in very good shape. The only thing was, again, that her hair was beyond repair, but her face, as you can see, is flawless. Okay. Her outfit was complete, her swimsuit, her skirt, and her little jacket. However, when I bought this doll when I was thrifting, that's all she brought, her three-piece outfit, but she had no shoes. So right now, she's wearing replacement open-toe high heel mules, which are generic. They're actually from a Totsi pack of shoes. They're Totsi, okay? But they look similar enough to the original open-toe mules that, Barbie came with. So now, putting Sister Girl over her. Just a minute. Wait, girl. Actually, I'm going to put her, here next to me. All right. And on to the unboxing. I purchased this doll, okay, mint, a long time ago, okay, and it was loose. It was loose in the box, okay. So I ended up just taping the box, but for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna reopen her, okay. Let me see. I'll just retape her again. It's okay. Here she is. This doll, okay, as you can see, she had a very attractive packaging because she came with a little, well, this isn't a chair, it's just that the way they put the cardboard here to make it look like a chair, okay, she's sitting down. She's sitting down. I believe this pose of the doll package in a sitting down position was later copied or adopted by Darcy dolls, or did Darcy, come out before this doll? I'm not very familiar with Darcy. I don't collect her. She's pretty, but she just doesn't speak to me. I have rerouted several Darcys for other friends of mine and clients, so I am familiar with Darcy. She just doesn't put any to my horn. Well, anyways, back to this. As you can see, she is totally gorgeous with the Superstar era head mold, okay. Her hair is not, it only reaches up to here, and I rebraided it, and, as you can see, I used little plastic bags, to reattach her, her accessories, that she comes with. The instructions, might as well open it up for y'all. Might as well. I'm doing the unboxing, might as well. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yeah, please tell me how y'all doing. How are you guys doing? Okay. Put down in the comments below, okay, how do you feel? Okay, because sometimes, we need, to just vent and let stuff out. As you can see, this dolly came with the instructions, okay, all her little accessories. Even this artwork was so beautiful. They sure don't make them like they used to. So pretty, so pretty. And she also included this little booklet of World of Fashion, with many, but not all, the dolls that were available and fashions at the time. Oh, the superstar era. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, I've said this before, and I will say it until the day I die, I suppose. I would sometimes, feel guilty that I'm biased, to love the superstar era because that was my childhood. But, as I often come across other doll collectors of the younger generations who are just as enamored with the superstar era as I am, and they weren't even there, So it goes to show you that it's not really a bias of mine. It's just that the superstar era dolls really were, are, and will always be the bomb. So this is the paperwork. She also comes, with this one peg leg. Sounds like a pirate. One, yeah, because the peg is only to hold one leg. Okay, that's it. I was never crazy about this type of stand because, again, the doll tends to bend over to a side. I prefer the star-shaped stand. Now that stand rocked. But she came with this. Whatever. And put it back in the little baggie. We are in July already. Oh, Christmas is coming, and yeah. Now, here are all her little accessories, which I'm gonna show y'all that she brings. I put them in this little Ziploc bag because, well, I didn't want them loose or scattered. She comes, let's see, with a little perfume bottle. Okay, let me. This perfume bottle. She also brings a puff to put on her makeup, which of course is just for play. There's no actual makeup. A little mirror for her to hold in her hand. A little comb. A hair dryer. A brush for the doll to hold, a compact, which again is just, for play, no actual makeup here, a little towel, okay, a little towel, what else she brings? Another bottle of perfume or lotion, whatever it may be. What else? What else? Oh yeah, toothbrush to keep her teeth nice, clean, white, and bright. This, which is a little lipstick, play lipstick, of course. And of course, her open-toe, high-heeled mules, matching in this beautiful shade of fuchsia pink. And that's all she wrote. Why do I love this doll so much? Because, okay, when I was a little boy, I wasn't allowed to have female dolls. I had Ken, but, my dad would not allow me to have female dolls. Okay? It was a different time. It was a different time. Mind you, I grew up in the late 70s, early 80s. But anyways, and I would often go to the store that was near our home, called Bazar Sakura. Sakura was the name of the last name of the owners. Okay, this mom and pops type of store. Okay, and they had a lot of toys. Okay, they had in their store not only dolls, but they also sold baby clothes. And again, a lot of toys from that era. And they had a window display area inside the store that had Barbie dolls, okay, in their box, okay. Oh, and did I mention this beautiful makeup thing that it opens, with a little mirror inside. And I don't want to, take too much of your time. So let me just abbreviate a little bit. So, anyways, so I would go to Bazar Sakura, with my mom because she would, not only shop there for my Ken dolls, but she would also go there to conduct business. Okay. So, anyways, and whenever I would go with my mom, I would go inside the store, okay, and just gaze, literally gaze, mesmerized at the the glass curio, I guess is what it's called. Okay, a shelving unit that had the Barbies and Kens. They had. I clearly remember there being Brooke Shields dolls, this Beauty Secrets Barbie, the Sun-loving Malibu Gang Barbie, Ken, Sensational Malibu Ken, and Barbie. And again, just a lot of dolls at the time from the late 70s, early 80s. And because, I wasn't allowed to have that, as a child, is that, well, as an adult, I went nuts. Because once I started working and making my own money, it's like, hey, these are my dolls. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm sorry if you don't like it, but that's that. Anyways, I believe I have taken enough of your time, my dear sweet brothers and sisters and doll. Okay. Again, thank you so much for watching. Okay. I love you all very, very much. And have a wonder. Oh, by the way, this doll, it boasts extra long hair. Yeah. This is long hair. I love doing this. I love doing this. I love doing this. Anyways, I love you all, and smooches for now.